Okay, the next thing I wanted to talk about was the fire escape. For anybody that bought the fire escapes, this is the main element of fire escape. It's basically a little platform. It's actually really cool because you can make bridges out of them too by connecting them this way and connecting them this way and wrap things around. But we're going to talk about the fire escape elements. So the way these are designed to work is, remember all those other clips that we were including to the side? We have these J hooks. We also have the yes clips, the Y's over here that we were talking about before. So I already clipped some of these guys off, so I have some of these clips here. And I'm going to spin this around this way, and I'm going to take this top off just so we can kind of see in. So when you're installing these things, notice the width. The width goes from a window, skips a window to another window. So you can install them here, 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 and that's how they're set up. On the sides, you can do the same thing over here. They're designed that one of these should be on every floor, starting one up from the ground floor. So the first one, not on the ground floor, but there should be one here, and then there should be one here, and then there should be one here, etc. when you're building these things up. We designed them in such a way that even when you take the buildings apart, they're not all connected together, so you can still get in on the floor and break things up. And to do that, we're using all these clips. So the main clips that we're going to use for this are the J's. The J's are used to put on the outside and create a platform in which for these to snap into. Now notice this can't snap right now. The reason it can't snap is because the direction of pinch is this way, not this way. We'll correct that with a Y clip. The reason we made them this way is because this is a blown up building corner, but they are the same width, so you can connect catwalks and different stuff out this way, or railings, or you're going to do, windowsills that kind of go around the outside. It's all kinds of neat stuff you can do with this, but that's more than strong enough to support a figure. I'm going to pop this back off now. And now how do we fix it so we can plug into here? We're going to take these Y clips and we are going to put the Y clips down, and let's see. It's really up to you which way you want to do it. I'm going to go from the top. I'm going to put a top one and slide it over here. Whatever you do, you just have to be consistent because they all line up with each other. So I wouldn't go top and a bottom because they'll be slightly off center. So kind of, there's your two Y's, and now you've got your clips set up here. And now all you got to do is take this, decide where you want it, and pop it to the side, and that is more than strong enough. On the top, I'm going to go ahead and put this back in place. So now we got a roof section. Now remember when I was saying earlier that if you're doing the final top of a roof, you want to recess this down a little bit. The reason you want to recess it down is for this very thing. You're going to take your S clips now, and the S is going to go down on the top, and the other part here is going to turn around and come up from the bottom. And we're going to put one there, and we're going to put one here. And now this allows you to get over the top of your window. And I'm going to spin around just to make sure they're lined up and they look good. And now you've got the two clips on the side, more than strong enough to go from level 1 to level 2 going back down. And then if you look here, notice you got that gap, which means you can still get into the building without messing stuff up and put it back on side. So that is how this happens. Now, if we were doing a 3rd and 4th story that were going up, we'd be having windows that were also across the bottom right here. And when you hang that window off of this, that will put it down at the right level. That will sit exactly where this is. And then when you stack them up, you can take the building off and there's not going to be any interference between them. So the last thing we're going to talk about here is the ladders and the walkways, or the stairs. So the stairs, if you look at the tops of the stairs, there are 3 little clips. You've got 2 on the front and 2 on the back. And I'm going to pop this off real quick. So the way you put these things on is they go between any 2 of these pieces that come here. So if you take it put it between the two, they go in, they pinch together, and then they create this little snap fit on the top. And then when you're done with it, you end up with your piece right there. And what's neat about that is if you have a model, you can put that metal and just kind of wedge the base in between the stairs right here, and then the models can just stand up. And I will do a demo of that here in a second. But then we can take this, put it here, and I'm gonna go back over here and line this stuff up. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here just to get these in position, depending on how you want to do it. There's not a right or wrong way to do this. And there is your walkway when it goes up. So you can hang your bases on it, go for the top. The other thing that we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna pop this one off. I'm gonna take this one off here because I'm gonna show you something. So the other cool bit about this is the ladderways. So the ladders, we have short ones that go basically one level here, and we have long ones. The long one goes all the way from the top to the bottom, and the short ones go from here to here. I don't have a short one next to me, but you can go over to these and you can take a S-clip. I need an S-clip, there's an S-clip. And you can take an S-clip and you can put it on the side here. And you can take your ladders and you can hang them off the side. And now you've got your ladders hanging off the side, which I think is pretty neat. And then we also have some other elements that you can kind of snap onto here, which will hold your bases up. And that is for another video as we go through. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this out again. And so that is a Y. Let's see about an S. I need an S clip. I'll show you why S clips are cool. So the other thing you can do with S clips, if you had a shorter window, you can, a shorter ladder, you can hang it out of a window, go back and forth. I'm gonna spin this around this way, and I'm just gonna put this right here, but you can take these as well and you can hang them right on the top there. Doesn't matter where you hang it. It's up to you, but if you wanna make it higher, I'm gonna go ahead and lift this up, make it higher like that. So you can actually raise the ladders to get them where you want. The other thing that's kind of neat is that you can take these ladders, and if you put on the very end one, that goes through here. There you go. That actually makes a nice press fit against the side. And if I add another one over here, that allows you to connect building to building and do all kinds of cool wacky bits to it. So I think that is enough for today's video as we're going through. We will keep doing little things like this over time so you guys can see what it is that we're doing. And yeah, until the next one. Thanks.